I'm photographer David Bergman, and this is 2-Minute Tips for Adorama TV. It's every photographer's worst nightmare. You just had the best shoot of your life and made amazing images, but now you get a dreaded error message and it looks like all your pictures are gone. Okay, take a deep breath, calm down. First thing, let's talk about ways to prevent this from happening in the first place. Whenever I buy a new card for my camera, the first thing I do is mount it on my computer with an external card reader and do a low-level format. On a Mac, you want to use Disk Utility, and the key is to use the MS-DOS format option and the zero-out, one-pass security erase. What this does is write zeros to every single bit on the card and potentially maps out any bad sectors. I'm not a PC guy, but I think you can do a right-click on the card and do a low-level format in there. You should do this reformat in your computer every few months to keep your cards nice and healthy. Of course, it wipes out all your data, so make sure you back up everything first. So now insert your card into your camera and use the camera's format function. This creates the correct folder structure for the camera so you're ready to shoot. Now that we're taking pictures, let's keep a few things in mind to minimize the risk of data corruption. The main thing is you never, ever want to interrupt the writing of data from the camera to the card. So when that red light is blinking, do not remove the card from the camera. Ideally, you want to power off before you even open that door. The other thing is to watch your battery because you don't want it to die while you're taking pictures, otherwise you'll have the same problem. If you do all of that and your card is still corrupted, do not panic. The odds are your images are still there, but what happens is that little table of contents that your camera writes to the card is just corrupted and your computer is having a hard time finding the pictures. There are a lot of good data recovery programs out there, and oftentimes the card manufacturers include versions of their software for free if you buy their pro cards. What the software does is actually go through your card bit by bit and try to recover any pieces of images that it can find. In my experience, you usually can get back almost all of your files. Try different programs in case one doesn't work, and you might be able to get all of your images back. So remember, format all of your new cards both in the computer and the camera. Never interrupt the camera when it's writing data to the card, and use recovery software to try to recover files whenever you have corruption. Thanks for joining me today on Adorama TV. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos, follow me on social media @David Bergman, and go to the Adorama Learning Center for lots of other great tips and tricks.